And next up at PFL Chicago, we've got Paulina Wisniewska taking on Kana Watanabe. Give me Wisniewska in this one. I think she's a little bit more well-rounded, and I think Watanabe really lacks a certain skill set on the feet to be able to hang in the kickboxing with Wisniewska. There's no secret that Watanabe wants to take you down. She wants to use her grappling, get on top, and try and submit you or use ground and pound. And obviously, she has fought the more decorated who's who inside the PFL, obviously coming off of the Liz Carmouche loss, along with the Jenna Bishop loss. But I think Wisniewska here is going to make it 3 in a row. She's the much better striker. She's a long, rangy kickboxer on the feet, and I think she's going to have the speed advantage as well, especially being faster to the punch. Watanabe kind of leaves her head out there to be hit, and I think that she lacks a lot of head movement. Wisniewska can definitely capitalize on that. And even when it comes to the ground game of Wisniewska, we've seen in the past where she does get, takedowns, she does take the back, she does implement her own grappling. I'd like to see her stay away from that here and really just use her grappling for defensive purposes against Watanabe. Have good footwork, circle on the outside, stay off the fence, and really just poke and prod at Watanabe at range, because we've seen with Watanabe that when she gets frustrated and she can't get into the clinch or she can't get takedowns, she is very hittable, but she will crash the pocket, and that's going to really open up Wisniewska for her counter shots to be able to throw that straight right down the pipe, time a knee up the middle, for example, if Watanabe does shoot him for a takedown. And I think this fight's really just going to come down to, can Wisniewska stay off the ground, sprawl and brawl, and keep this one on the feet? She's the much better striker. Watanabe will leave openings if she cannot get this fight to the ground. So Wisniewska doesn't necessarily have to really set things up on the feet. She can almost let Watanabe kind of come to her and almost be the aggressor and look to counter, as long as she's not too passive here, getting backed up against the fence. She needs to at least keep Watanabe in the middle of the octagon here, pepper her with the jab, and time some sort of uppercut or straight right to be able to kind of keep Watanabe at bay. Give me Paulina Wisniewska here to use the striking, use her grappling defensively, keep this one on the feet, and she should be able to win a decision here against Watanabe that, let's face it, at 37, she's kind of a little bit over the hill. Even though she has fought the tougher level competition, I do think that she's past her prime at this point. 10 years her senior. I think she's going to be a little bit slower, and I think Wisniewska should be able to get this one done by unanimous decision.